of Jericho actually fell down uh, by, I guess, an earthquake or the power of God would be the easiest way to say that. They just follow the instructions. Now, the walls fall down, everybody goes in, and they pretty much kill everybody. Animal and child, animals even, uh, except for Rahab in her house because she was marked with the red rope. It was like the signal, hey, don't kill me because I have the red rope. Um, uh, and yeah, they pretty much kill everything. The city is also burned. Um, but they were told not to take anything from the city, but any silver or gold that they find is supposed to be put into the treasury. But any kind of food, or robes, or clothing, or silk, nothing, they can't take nothing, basically. Um, except for silver and gold, and that's supposed to be put directly to the treasury. So, chapter 7. They have essentially completely annihilated Jericho. There's nobody left except for Rahab, which she actually lives outside of the camp of the Israelites. So she's on the sides there, but still alive. And her family, which is like her cousins. I guess everybody she can fit in her house. So chapter 7, we get to the city of Ai, which is a few miles away from Jericho. Uh, and some spies go up there and they check it out, and there's only like a few people even living in Ai, and not that many people that can even fight. A very small population in consideration or comparison to previous cities that they attacked. So the guys that go up there, that they're analysts, they go up there and they go, you know what, we're only going to need like 3,000 guys to take over the city of Ai. It'll be a piece of cake. Don't make everybody get up there because we got like 10,000 guys that can fight. Only make 3,000. We don't really need all. It would be just too much. So a few guys go up there. But the city of Ai routs the attacking men and actually kill 30 people of Israel. Now everybody is like really shocked and depressed because of this, because the city of Ai was supposed to be such an easy target, really small city, and how did 3,000 of our men become routed and cast with such fear all of a sudden, and 36 of them die, which doesn't seem like a large number to me. But if you're supposed to go in there, it's supposed to be super easy, and 3,000 guys, how did you lose anybody? It's supposed to be such a small force. So the Ayans, I guess you would say, are very happy, I'm sure, because now they've stopped the Israelites. But Joshua is also very troubled by this. Why has this happened? Nobody was supposed to die, and this was supposed to be a really easy city. So he prays to God, and God answers his prayers and says, "Oh, the reason that you lost is what I told you before about nobody being able to take anything for themselves in Jericho because it's like a poisonous city. Somebody did, and like your whole blessing about I'm going to protect you the whole time. That's out until the person that took all this stuff has been taken care of. Basically, he goes down the line. So an investigation starts because they're going to find out who did it, because for essentially their progression and their entire blessing of the rest of this land that God had promised is now gone because somebody took some stuff that they weren't supposed to take. So they Achan, something like that. I can't pronounce half these names. Investigation starts. I want to say it's Achan. Is suspected. So they bring him in front of Joshua, and Joshua says, for restore yourself for the grace of God. Please just tell us what you've done. We all know you've done something. Just tell us what you've done. He goes, okay, I admit. I was out there and I saw a robe that I liked, so I took the robe, and I also found some silver and gold, which was 5 pounds of silver and 4¼ pounds of gold. 1¼ pounds of gold. That is about $23,000, $25,000 ish. So he basically stole $25,000 worth of gold that he was supposed to turn into his treasury, and it got 36 men killed, and got the blessing of God taken away for the rest of the land that these people were supposed to have. So everybody ain't too happy about that, so they stone him, and then burn his body, and then bury him. I wouldn't be stealing no more. Uh, so, chapter 8. So they're going to attack Ai again, but they're going to make sure that they get it right this time. So, God tells Joshua how to do this. So he actually gets 5,000 men separately to go behind Ai and wait. So they're going to go behind the city in the middle of the night and just wait up on the hillside. And then the rest of the men, which I guess would be like 7,000. I'm not quite sure how many men they had. At least 5,000 more, because you wouldn't have more than half your army waiting in ambush while the rest of them are out. So Joshua and the rest of the men set out for Ai to try to lure the men out of the city. So they're playing cat and mouse, and they pretend like they're losing. So the men of Ai pursue them, and I think another city does the same, which is another smaller city right next to Ai. I don't think I even wrote that down. But so while Joshua and his men are running away, then the men of Ai come out and they chase them down the hill. Well, then the ambush team comes out, which is 5,000 men. They come out. Now Ai is not protected at all whatsoever. They set it on fire. Oh, so then Joshua looks up. Oh, the city's on fire. That's our signal. Kill them all. So then now they are attacking now uphill and downhill, and the men of Ai are now trapped in between, and they kill them all, pretty much. Yes. Israel kills all the men and took the king of Ai then to Joshua. So now Joshua has king of Ai. I'm sure he interrogates him, gets some more information out of him, all that kind of good stuff. And actually, 12,000 men and women were then killed in Ai. That was their fighting force. The city was burned to the ground, and the king of Ai was buried at the gate after he was hung from a tree for a whole day, I think it was. Joshua then makes an altar, makes an offering, blesses Israel, and reads the law of Moses to the people. So a lot of this stuff they have been doing on a regular basis. So you don't think about like getting preached to on every Sunday. They really didn't do that. They didn't really get the law. Only certain people were allowed to have possession of it. So to get that information was very important. So in the meantime, chapter 9 we are at, the kings of the West Jordan came together to make war with Israel. So everybody's going, okay, wait a second. Israelites are getting pretty powerful, and they're taking over city by city. We know what's going to happen. They're going over here. I can tell. Let's form a pact, and we'll be able to take care of this problem if we all join together, because they're attacking each individual city. So if we can come together, we can take them out. Except for the people of Gibeon. 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 So they show up to Joshua, and they go, "Hey, we live really far away," and they'd even had like old bread in their sacks. They showed up on their horses, and old wine, and really old clothes, and all that kind of stuff. And they said, "We are from a really far off land, but we've heard of your wonderful fighting abilities. Would you make a treaty with us so that you don't attack us? And if anybody ever attacks us, would you come and help fight?" And the same sort of thing. We'll pat each other on the back. So Joshua, instead of asking God what he thinks of this, he just goes, "Yeah, sure, that sounds good. We'll do that. Yeah, because your guys are so far away. We're not. By the time we even get news of it, y'all be dead anyhow." Well, come to find out, the Gibeonites, I guess you could say, actually live like 5 miles away. I think it's time for more reconnaissance. They did not realize that. So then Joshua, finds out this 3 days later. They find out that they actually live right down the street. So not too good. You just made a very large man very angry with a big army. But he doesn't kill him. instead of killing them, he goes, "We're going to make you woodcutters and water carriers." So basically, they are servants to the Israelites all of the rest of their days. Uh, and Joshua also asked them to do it. Why they lied about this whole thing? They said that you're going to kill us anyhow. So if we trick you into not killing us, then we live. Otherwise, if we didn't, then we'd be dead. So that's why we did it. So then we're going to get into chapter 10 next time.